Students, I welcome you all for today's automation and robotics class. In today's class, I'll discuss about vacuum grippers and magnetic grippers and adhesive grippers. Okay. So in the earlier class, I discussed about different types of mechanical grippers and hydraulic and pneumatic grippers. In today's class, I'll go through the what is this vacuum gripper and what is the magnetic gripper and what is the adhesive gripper. Okay. So these vacuum grippers are used in the robots for grasping the non-ferrous objects. Okay, especially those objects, those are not suggestible like to hold by means of no? Because some ferrous objects, okay, they can hold by means of the magnetic grippers, but non-ferrous objects can't hold by means of the magnetic grippers. In those case, okay, we can use this type of vacuum grippers. So that's why grippers are used in the robots for grasping, that is holding the non-ferrous objects. Okay, in this particular vacuum gripper, it uses vacuum cups or suction cups for grasping or gripping the object. Okay, that's why these particular grippers are known as the vacuum grippers. So these are not best suitable for handling the objects with hose, because we have to create certain amount of no suction we have to create to hold the objects. So if that particular object it consists of any force, then it is difficult to hold such an objects by using these vacuum grippers. And also these vacuum cups or suction cups will be in the round shape. These cups will be developed by means of rubber or other elastic material. Already I mentioned that these vacuum grippers, one of the important component is the vacuum cups or suction cups. So these suction cups or vacuum cups are made up of the rubber or elastic materials. And the vacuum pump has the ability to create the high amount of vacuum. So we'll use some vacuum pump during the operation of this particular vacuum grippers, which will have the high amount of ability to create the high amount of vacuum. And these vacuum grippers are highly useful in heavy industries like automobiles, in compact disc manufacturing industries, and many more like material handling purposes. Okay, because other industries also to handle the material handling for the various applications also can use these vacuum grippers. Okay, it is also used in the tray and box manufacturing, labeling also can use, and sealing, bottling, and so on. For different packaging purposes also we can use these vacuum grippers. This is the one diagram related to like this particular suction cups or vacuum grippers. You can see that here. Okay, like this particular one. Okay, you can see this cups. Okay, these cups are comes under this suction cups or vacuum cups. So during the operation we make this entire device suction cups to move the towards the object, and then a vacuum pump will create high amount of vacuum or suction. And do that high amount of vacuum or suction, it will grip the like product or objects. Even it can object multiple number of objects simultaneously also. Okay. Okay. So next gripper is the magnetic gripper. So these magnetic grippers, okay, we already mentioned that those objects which are ferrous in nature, ferrous materials. So those objects, okay, to hold those objects, we can use these magnetic grippers. So mainly, magnetic grippers are most commonly used in a robot as the end effector. We already know what is the end effector. End effector is the it may be a gripper or a tool, especially like where to grab some certain objects. Okay, then the gripper will be the end effector. So then to grasp or hold the ferrous materials or ferrous objects, then we can use these magnetic grippers. So based on the like nature of the magnet, these magnetic grippers are classified as two different types. They are magnetic grippers and other one is the permanent magnets. Okay, where you can use some electromagnets, okay, some as a magnets in the magnetic grippers. So mainly whether we are using the permanent magnets or electromagnets, based on that these grippers are classified as the magnetic grippers with electromagnetic, that is electromagnetic grippers, another one permanent magnet grippers. Okay, so in the electromagnetic type of grippers, where there will be like electromagnetic grippers include one controlling unit and a DC power for handling the materials. So to generate the magnetic field, it requires some DC power source. Okay, this type of grippers is very easy to control and very effective in releasing the part at the end of the operation. So because we see like permanent magnets, there it will have that magnetic effect continuously. You can't switch off the electromagnetic field and switch on the electromagnetic field temporarily. It will have the this permanent magnets will have the that it will generate the magnetic field continuously. But in the electromagnets, whenever you are give some DC power source to that particular electromagnets, okay, then it will generate the magnetic field, and accordingly you can use that electromagnetic grippers. So that's why like whenever, because in permanent magnets, whenever the object reaches to the particular location, we have to disengage that object from the gripper. Then we have to use some special tool we have to use to take out that object from the magnet, because the magnetic tightly or with it will have high amount of magnetic field which will hold the objects very tightly for due to that particular magnetic field. So to release that object, we have to read some special device or removing tool we have to use to make that object to remove from the permanent magnet. That is the disadvantage of the permanent magnet. So that's why where to make easily to release the objects at the end of the operation, for that purpose definitely we have to use the electromagnets. Okay. Okay, and also this magnetic field disappears when the current is turned off. Okay, and the work part is gripped will be released. Whenever like you want to hold the object, then the electromagnet will moves towards the object. And whenever that object is in contact with the object, then we will switch on the DC power source. Then the magnetic field will be generated, and due to that magnetic field, it will grasp the object. Okay, that's a working principle related to electromagnet. But in the case of permanent magnet, the magnet the magnet is it will develop the electromagnetic field continuously. You don't have such option like controlling of magnetic field in the case of permanent magnet. Okay, so in the permanent magnets, the already mentioned that the permanent magnets does not require any sort of external power source. We already seen that in the case of like uh, electromagnetic grippers, there to generate the magnetic field in the by means of electromagnets, we require a DC power source. But in the case of permanent magnets, they will develop the magnetic field continuously. So such type of power external power source is not required in the case of permanent magnets. Okay, and also one of the disadvantage you can say that this particular already mentioned that permanent magnet will continuously develops the electromagnetic. Due to that that magnetic field attracts the object surrounding related to that particular magnet. So whenever the object like this particular permanent magnet reaches to the desired workspace location, then we have to take off that particular, we have to release the magnet from the object. In such case, we have to use some special removing tools like stripper push off pins. Okay, by means of this push-off pins will generate some certain force. It will like makes to push that magnet from the object. So for that we are going to use some stripper push-off pins to remove the or to makes that magnet to disengage from the object. For that purpose we are going to use the stripper push-off pins. The advantage of this permanent magnet is the gripper that is can be used in hazardous applications, like unlike like this your electromagnetic gripper, we don't require any like DC power source. So wherever there's like hazardous environments are there where it may have a probability of spark generations during the operations, due to that sparks it may cause some like explosions due to the short circuiting of the your like electromagnet magnets. So in those cases we can use these permanent magnets where there is a possibility of explosions. In such areas we can use these permanent magnets. Okay, this is the diagram. You can see that how this particular permanent magnet is going to looks like here. You can see that this is the entire robotic arm. Okay, this robotic arm, this is the end effector. You can see that at the wrist it is we attached, you can see attached one magnet. Okay, this is the permanent magnet. Okay, whenever this permanent magnet reaches to the towards the like object, then due to the magnetic field it attracts the object. After that again we'll operate the gripper. Then by whenever you are operating the different joints and their positions, then the arm will move to the desired position, and there after reaching the desired position you can use some that stripper push off pin you can use to remove the object from the permanent magnet. So this is the permanent magnet gripper. Okay, so what are the benefits of magnetic grippers? The main benefit of the these particular magnetic grippers, it only requires one surface to grasp or hold the materials. That is the one of the advantage, and the grasping of material is done very quickly. Okay, with the to that magnetic field, whether it is permanent magnet or electromagnet, it quickly holds the objects, and it does not require separate design for handling different size of materials. Okay, that is the one of the advantage. It is also having the capability of grasping materials with holes which are unfeasible in vacuum gripper. I already told that in the case of like vacuum grippers. Okay, like because to create certain amount of vacuum or suction, that object should not consist of force. If the object consists of force, then it is no not you will not able to create certain amount of vacuum or suction. In those cases we can use this particular magnetic grippers if the material is a ferrous material. Okay, in those cases, if it is, we may ask like one doubt, right? If it is like non-ferrous material, and then what we have to do? If the object consists of the hole, then you can use some pneumatic grippers, or you can use some hydraulic grippers, or you can use some mechanical grippers. You can use in those particular condition. Okay. What are the drawbacks of magnetic grippers? The gripped work part has the chance of slipping out when it is moving quickly, because whenever you are moving the object in a quick manner. Okay, if you are not using appropriate like gripper magnetic gripper, then there are chances that that object may fall out, or that may uh, come out from the like magnet. That is the disadvantage and drawback. And sometimes oil in the surface can reduce the strength of the gripper, because we have to see that that whatever the permanent magnet or electromagnet, you should free from dust or grime or any other oil or contaminations. Surfaces should be not, we should avoid such type of surfaces, oil surfaces or some green surface. If such type of conditions are there, then because that appropriate amount of like it because that particular grime will avoid that magnetic field to reach certain amount of magnetic field to reach the towards the object. That's why we have to make that surface very cleanly. Okay, and the machining chips may, if like for example, if I am using magnetic grippers in the area of machining area there, because I'm machining some ferrous objects. If it is a ferrous objects, machining is going to done at the particular machining shop, then the ferrous chips may attracted towards the magnetic gripper. So that is also one of the drawback. Next one is the adhesive gripper. Okay, so in the like the process of like it is a in this process especially, like we'll use some balloon. Okay, that balloon is filled with the coffee grounds and attached to an air hose pipe. We'll have we can I will show you the what how this particular adhesive gripper looks like. Mainly we'll use some balloon, and we'll use some air hose pipe. Okay, first we have to use some balloon, and that balloon will be filled with the coffee grounds. Okay, and this particular thing again afterwards it is attached to the air hose, and after that balloon is slightly pressurized once you towards the object, whatever the object that particular gripper have to grasp. Then balloon is slightly pressurized, the grounds are loose, and these grounds are loosely placed in the balloon, so easily they can rearrange. Okay, whenever you are pressing the object against the balloon, okay, there is like whenever like you want to hold some object, what you have to do is you have to operate that manipulator such a way that manipulator adhesive gripper should be pressed against the that particular object, that is the balloon should be pressed against the object. Then inside the balloon there are coffee grounds are there. These grounds will be moved around, and it's take the shape of the particular object, because we already filled some coffee grounds inside the particular balloon. So whenever you are pushing that balloon towards the object, these coffee grounds will move around it and take the shape of the object. Whenever these coffee grounds moves around this and they'll take the shape of the object, immediately the air is sucked out from the balloon. Whenever you are sucking the air from the balloon, then the coffee grounds are like they will compress towards the object and they will grasp the object. That is the how it's going to work. Okay, it is also very much suitable for carrying for lightweight materials. Whenever especially packing industries or packing purposes or some such particular applications, you have to and also packing, you have to do some packing of low weight materials. In those cases you can use these adhesive grippers. And also, as like magnetic and vacuum grippers, it uses only one surface. Okay, like vacuum grippers and magnetic grippers, these particular adhesive grippers also, they will use only one surface for gripping or grasping the objects. One disadvantage of this particular gripper is this gripper design, because whenever it will have that loose grains. Okay, these it will lose its strong adhesive substance, because repeatedly whenever you are operating this particular coffee grounds or other different grounds that are using for this particular adhesive grippers. Okay, then these coffee ground may lose their adhesive substance property. That is the disadvantage. Whenever after certain hours of usage, then you have to again remove that old coffee grains, and after that again you have to refill that coffee grounds again to maintain that adhesive property. That is the one of the disadvantage. That is like one of the main disadvantage related to adhesive gripper. So this is the like how that this particular diagram shows the different steps how this particular adhesive gripper is going to work. I already mentioned that there will be one hose pipe. You can see this green color one. Okay, this lengthy hose pipe will be there. Okay, this pipe at the one end can see that there is a balloon. Okay, first we'll fix the coffee grounds in this particular balloon. Okay, after that this entire adhesive gripper, okay, will be moved makes to move towards the object. Okay, we have to operate the manipulator like adhesive manipulator such a way that this adhesive gripper can move downwards towards the object. So whenever, because this particular ground coffee grounds are arranged in a loose grounds particles arranged just like that. So all the coffee ground, whatever the powder or particles are there, they will comes and they will surround the entire object here. Whenever pressing this particular object, the adhesive gripper is whenever this adhesive gripper is pressing towards the object, then around inside the whatever the coffee ground particles are there, they will come and they will occupy the surrounding space nearby this particular object. So after that, in the third step, we are going to suck in the entire air, that is air is evacuated from the gripper, because the inside the balloon we are in the first step we fill the air. In the third step we are going to sucking the entire air, or we are going to evacuating the air. Okay, whenever the air is sucking or evacuated, then these coffee grounds will be, okay, they will compress towards the object, and these coffee ground particles or other any grains particles you are using, they will hold the object. That is how, whenever this particular adhesive gripper is going to hold the object, immediately in the fourth step, you will that operator, robotic manipulator operator, you will operate the manipulator in such a way that you can move that entire adhesive gripper and hold it object in the upward direction, and wherever possible we can move to the desired direction. That is the different steps how this particular adhesive gripper is going to work. So that's it, students. Today I discussed about vacuum grippers, especially the objects those are having holes or any other slots. In such cases, we can't use the vacuum grippers. In those cases, only like magnetic grippers are one possibility for the ferrous objects. If it is not a non-ferrous ferrous material, if it is a non-ferrous material, then we can use hydraulic grippers or mechanical grippers, or we can use like adhesive grippers. Okay, these things we can use. Okay, and in the magnetic grippers, there is one limitation that we can use only for to grasp the objects related to uh, ferrous materials only. That is the disadvantage. Okay, and coming to the adhesive grippers, whenever you want to hold some certain low weight components, then we can use these adhesive gripper. These adhesive grippers also have single surface they will maintain single surface contact during the operation. Okay, I hope this, I think you understand about this particular topic. Thank you for listening to my class. Thank you all.